If you've made a tax credit donation this year to support Christian education, this quick 5-minute walkthrough will show you how to claim the credit on your Arizona taxes. This guide is specifically for the Arizona Private School Tax Credit, but Arizona's other credits go through a similar process. While we deal with these tax credits every day, we are not tax advisors, so this is not intended to replace official tax advice. Pull out your ACSTO donation receipt. We mail receipts to all our donors the week they make their donation and again at the end of January, so hopefully you have it on hand. If not, you can print it yourself by registering on our brand new donor portal at acsto.org. The top half is for your taxes. The bottom half is for your next donation. Feel free to tear off the bottom half for later. Our receipts will only show donations you intend to claim for the listed tax year, and it's divided by the original tax credit, the Overflow Plus tax credit, and other contributions. The original column is the individual private school tax credit. If you've donated enough to maximize what you are allowed to claim for the original, the extra amount overflows into the Overflow Plus column, also known as the switcher tax credit. If you max out both of these tax credits, or if you're simply donating as a charitable gift, that falls into the third column called Other Contributions. Since we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, all three columns may be claimed as a charitable contribution if you itemize on your federal tax return. As the receipt indicates, you use Arizona Form 323 for the original tax credit. The form asks for the school tuition organization, meaning the scholarship organization you donated to, not the school. If you donated to us, you'd say Arizona Christian School Tuition Organization, or ACSTO for short, and then P.O. Box 6580 in Chandler, Arizona. If you donated to more than one scholarship organization, there's an additional line. The form asks for your total contributions, so make sure to input the total from all three columns on your receipt. As you progress through the form, it will show you how much of this total will count for the original tax credit. Part 2 of the form is just in case you donated more than you could claim in a previous year and need to claim the extra as carryover this year. Most people will not need to worry about this part. Overflow Plus donations are recorded separately on AZ Form 348. Lines 1A and 1B check to see if you've donated above and beyond the maximum for the original tax credit first. If so, say yes to both. It asks this because the Overflow tax credit is only available for those who have maxed out the original tax credit in the same year. Like Form 323, this form wants the total amount you donated to ACSTO. As you progress through the form, it will show you exactly how much of your donation will count for the Overflow tax credit. And for those who need it, Part 3 is to account for any overflow carryover from previous years. Everyone who donated to ACSTO or any tax credit will need to complete Form 301. Put the total for the original tax credit from Form 323 on line 14, and put the total for the Overflow Plus tax credit from Form 348 on line 30. Then enter them again on line 57 and 73, respectively. On these forms, you'll see that our tax credits have long names. Just remember that the original tax credit uses Form 323 and the Overflow Plus uses 348. Finally, we move on to Arizona Form 140 for individuals. Sadly, you can't use the shorter forms such as the 140EZ or the 140A because they don't include options for any tax credits. For this year, you will enter the total from Form 301 on line 50. If you look back up to line 48, that's where you've computed the subtotal of what your income tax will be. This is your liability. The sum of all tax credits you receive will be limited to that number. When you donate above that number, that is when you need to take advantage of the carryover sections that we mentioned earlier. Continue to fill out this form to find out whether you still have taxes due on line 59, or if you ended up overpaying the state because of your tax credit donation on line 60. The state will give you a refund for the overage. It might seem confusing at first, but thankfully it isn't so bad once you have all the forms. For more information, visit our website at acsto.org. Under Donors, click on Claim Your Credit. If you're filing your own taxes, this should give you a head start. But if you need advice for your specific tax situation, you'll need to consult a tax advisor. Tax forms aside, think about the thousands of Arizona students who are receiving a life-changing education that they couldn't receive without you. Thank you for your donation and your support of Christian education.